Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome to your chemistry class of standard 10. Today I will discuss about base and alkalis. At first, base. Base is a metal oxide or metal hydroxide that reacts with acid to produce salt and water in a neutralization reaction is called base. That means metallic oxide or hydroxide which reacts with acid to produce salt and water are called base. Now, alkali. Most of the bases are insoluble, water insoluble. However, some bases are soluble in water also. So, a soluble base is known as alkali. That means alkali is also one type of base, but water soluble base is called alkali. Clearly, you can say bases are two types, soluble in water and insoluble in water. And soluble in water, that means water soluble bases are known as alkali. That means the bases which are dissolved in water and produces hydroxyl ion, only those bases are called alkali. And other bases are known as insoluble base. So, what is an alkali? An alkali is a substance which produces hydroxide ions when it is dissolved in water. Follow here, this is sodium hydroxide. When sodium hydroxide base dissolved in water, then it produces what? Sodium ion, hydroxyl ion. So, this sodium hydroxide not only base but also alkali. The hydroxide ions give an alkali its alkaline properties. Alkalis only behave as alkalis when they are dissolved in water. So, the responsible for its alkaline properties is produced hydroxyl ion of an alkali. Now, follow here some examples and also their uses. These are strong base, sodium hydroxide, barium hydroxide. These are also alkali, sodium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, metallic hydroxide. These are what? Strong base. And ammonium hydroxide, this is weak base. Ammonia, but it's basic in nature. Sodium carbonate, this is also base but weak base. Its nature is basic. Sodium phosphate. So these are the examples of base, and also among them some are alkali. And also follow here, there is mentioned their uses. This is very important for your for example, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is used as lye, or its name is caustic soda, and it uses make soap and textiles, oven cleaner. That means sodium hydroxide is used as glass cleaner. Then potassium hydroxide makes soap and textiles. Also potassium hydroxide is used in soap preparation. Magnesium hydroxide, it is familiar uses, that is milk of magnesia, then antacid syrup, etc. Calcium hydroxide used as lime water. Then astringent causes contraction of skin pores. Ammonium hydroxide is popular uses as glass cleaner. It will be toilet cleaner. Sodium hydroxide is toilet cleaner, but ammonium hydroxide is used as glass cleaner. Follow here, window cleaner, other cleaning solutions, ammonia in water. See why it is used as glass cleaner? Because this is a weak base. We know that base is used in cleansing purposes, but if we use a strong base like sodium hydroxide, then glass will be corroded, and the surface, smooth surface of glass will be rubbed. For this, here ammonium hydroxide is used as glass cleaner, and sodium hydroxide is used as oven cleaner and also toilet cleaner, like this. Sodium carbonate used as soda ash or detergent. In detergent preparation, sodium carbonate is used. And sodium phosphate is also used in preparing detergent. So just you have to remember Among them, ammonium hydroxide is used as glass cleaner, sodium hydroxide is used as toilet cleaner. These are very important. Magnesium hydroxide used as milk of magnesia or in antacid, and these are important. Now we will know about properties of base. Base react with fat to form soap and glycerin. Actually, this is the soap preparation process. You will learn about this in next chapter. This process is called saponification. That means the soap preparation process is known as also saponification process, where base is an important reactant. Bases have a pH of more than 7. Acid is below than 7. Bases pH value is more than 7. Dilute solution of bases tastes bitter. Acid tastes sour, but base tastes bitter. Bases turn phenolphthalein into pink, red litmus paper into blue, and bromethyl into blue. Bromethyl blue. This is also the name of indicator. It turns into blue. So this is actually that transformation color using base of different indicators. Base neutralizes acids. That means base reacts with acid to neutralize acid and produce salt and water. Bases are formed when alkali metals or alkaline earth metals. Alkali metals, that means group 1 metals, and alkaline earth metals means elements of group 2 react with water. That means when elements of group 1 and 2 reacts with water, then that they produced what? Base. Also see some other properties. Alkalis have a bitter taste, you have know, and have a soapy touch. That means bases are sleepy or soapy in touch. Alkalis turn litmus paper blue. Okay, alkalis have and alkali conduct electricity. Like acid solution, alkali solution also used as electrolytes. That means it can conduct electricity. Why? Because due to the presence of mobile electrons in solution. That means inside the alkali solution also there is present metallic ion and hydroxyl ion. So for the presence of free movement of ions, this solution is also conduct electricity or used as electrolytes. Now we will know about the chemical properties of base. Mainly base shows 3 types of reaction. Alkali when reacts with base show neutralization reaction. Alkali also reacts with different metallic salt and produce different colorful metallic precipitation of metallic hydroxide. This is very important reaction also for your exam, because in metal ion detection these reactions are used by observing the color of metal ion. And also alkali reacts with ammonium salt and produce ammonia gas, water and salt. Now we will see the reactions. At first, reactions between acids and base. That means we know that this type of reaction is known as neutralization reaction, where an acid reacts with base to produce salt and water. Follow here, hydrochloric acid reacts with sodium hydroxide base and produce sodium chloride salt and water. And if you want to write the ionic equation means you have to just write in ionic state. Hydrogen ion, chloride ion, sodium ion, hydroxyl ion. In the product side, sodium ion, chloride ion, and in water, this is a covalent compound. For this there is written actually hydrogen, you can write hydrogen ion plus hydroxyl ion. But if you were said that just write down the ionic equation of this neutralization reaction, in this case you have to write just this equation. Why? Because in this case from both sides the common ions will be cancelled. Follow here, in chloride ion, sodium ion on both sides are there, so there will be cancelled. Just reactant side there is hydrogen ion, hydroxyl ion, product side water. Actually in all neutralization reaction, the reaction mainly occur between hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion, hydrogen ion of acid and hydroxyl ion of base, and produce water. This is the main reaction of a neutralization reaction, and other metal ion and non-metal ion actually remain unchanged in their oxidation state. Now follow the more examples of neutralization reaction. Follow here, different base and different acids are there. Magnesium hydroxide reacts with HCl and produce magnesium chloride water, Also nitric acid reacts with potassium hydroxide, produce potassium nitrate and water. So these are actually different acid here reacts with different types of base. But follow here, always there is produced sodium metallic salt, and also in commonly there are produced water. But when the base is carbonate compound, in that cases only there is produced carbon dioxide gas. Now we will know about reaction between alkali and metallic salt. Follow here, this is a metallic salt solution, aluminum salt solution. You can take aluminum chloride or aluminum nitrate or aluminum sulfate, etc. And when you will add drop wise any alkali solution such as sodium hydroxide, then there is a produce precipitate. Precipitate means this is a compound, but it is not soluble in water. Water insoluble compound. And this water insoluble compound is known as precipitate. And now follow here, the color of this precipitate is white. So why white color is produced? Because of aluminum ion. So follow the reaction. Aluminum nitrate when reacts with sodium hydroxide, there is produced white colored precipitate of aluminum hydroxide and sodium nitrate. So actually the color of aluminum hydroxide is white color, and observing this white color solution we can easily identify that the salt solution is of aluminum solution. Now follow the another equation. Here metallic salt, that is ferrous sulfate, when reacts with sodium hydroxide, then this type of greenish precipitate will produce of ferrous hydroxide. So this greenish color is actually for ferrous ion. Ferrous hydroxide's color is greenish color. For this there is produced green color precipitate. And if you use here ferrous chloride, then also this type of green color precipitate will produce. Just ferrous hydroxide's color is precipitate, so you can use here different salts, ferrous sulfate, ferrous nitrate, ferrous chloride, etc. But always there will produce green color precipitate of ferrous hydroxide. Now follow here, if we use ferric salt, then what will produce? If we use ferric salt, then there is produced ferric hydroxide, and its color is brown color precipitate. Follow here, this type of brown color precipitate will produce if we use ferric salt in alkali solution. So you have to just remember the color of the ion. The aluminum hydroxide's color is white, ferrous hydroxide's color is green, ferric hydroxide's color is brown, like this way. This is very, very important for your exam. More examples follow here. If we use cuprous chloride, that means copper 2 ion, then what type of color will produce? There is produced blue color precipitate of copper hydroxide. Nice blue color precipitate will form for the production of copper hydroxide. Understood, my dear students? Now follow, also there is also produced white color precipitate, isn't it? We have seen in case of aluminum hydroxide there is also produced white color precipitate, but here also produced white color precipitate. Yes, if we use zinc salt, then also can be produced white color precipitate, but there is a difference. What difference? If we add more amount of sodium hydroxide solution, then this white color precipitate will disappear. For this we can easily test that actually the supplied salt is zinc salt or aluminum salt, because in both cases you have seen there is produced white color precipitate, but in case of aluminum hydroxide, if you add more sodium hydroxide, that white color precipitate will not be disappear. But if you, in case of zinc salt, if you use more, if you add more sodium hydroxide solution, then you will see this white color precipitate will disappear. How? Because in that time zinc more sodium hydroxide reacts with zinc hydroxide and sodium nitrate and produce zinc aluminate salt, which is water soluble. For this zinc nitrate again zinc hydroxide precipitate will be water soluble, like lime water test of carbon dioxide gas. So like this way you can easily differ this is aluminum salt or zinc salt. So this type of equation actually shows alkali solution. Now we will see reaction between ammonium salt and dilute alkali solution. That means when alkali solution reacts with ammonium salt, in that cases not precipitate will form. In these cases ammonia gas will be formed. Follow here, when ammonium chloride reacts with potassium hydroxide, produce ammonia, potassium chloride, water. That means metallic salt and water also produce, but ammonia gas is produced for the presence of ammonium salt. So these type of actually these equations are followed or showed or occurred in alkali solution. Now we will know about the role of water to show the properties of alkali, like acid. We know that dry acid cannot show their acidic properties. Similarly, dry base doesn't show alkaline properties because a base in dry form contains hydroxide ions that are not free to move. Thus, the alkaline properties cannot be shown. In the presence of water, bases can dissociate in water to form hydroxide ions which are free to move. Thus, alkaline properties are shown. For example, ammonia in tetrachloromethane, that is used as organic solvent, do not show alkaline properties, but ammonia in water show alkaline properties. So we can say actually in alkali solution also if it dissolve in water, that means aqueous solution of alkali shows the alkaline properties or basic properties. So my dear students, today up to this, I hope you become more clear about the base, and next class I will come back with discussion on pH. Thank you everybody.